Steve here. It's Saturday afternoon and I'm a bit bored today, so I've been having a bit of a think about the fourth roots of some real numbers. I'm going to go over the fourth roots of the number 1, which will involve some imaginary quantities. Okay, so let's get on with it. Right, so let's start there with the fourth root of 1, and let's say this equals x. Now I can rearrange that and say x to the power 4 equals 1 by raising both sides to the power 4. Then I can rearrange that and say x to the power 4 minus 1 equals 0. I can factorise this using the difference of squares. So I'm going to have x squared plus 1 times x squared minus 1 equals 0. Now, because these two things multiply together, these two factors equal 0, either this one must equal 0 or this one must equal 0. So, this part, I can use the difference of squares again and call that x plus 1 times x minus 1. Right, so that's that one. Factorised again. Now this one's a bit more difficult. I'm going to come up here and do that one. That's x squared plus 1 must equal 0. So x squared must equal minus 1. So x is going to be the square root of minus 1, which is going to be I, or minus I, yeah, the imaginary number. So that means I can factorise this side of the bracket to be x plus I, x minus I. And I get these four factors equaling 0, and from that I can deduce the solutions must be, or the four roots of this equation are going to be from this one, I, or minus I, or minus 1, or 1. Okay, these are the four solutions to the fourth root of 1. Yeah, 2 of the solutions are imaginary and 2 of them are real numbers. Now, does this make any sense? I mean, if I do, so that means 1 to the power 4 should equal 1. Yeah, and it clearly does. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. So that works out alright. What about minus 1 to the power 4? That should equal 1. You've got minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. These two minuses will make a positive, and them two minuses will make a positive. I'll end up with 1 times 1, which is also 1. So that works and that works. Now what about these complex numbers then? I've got I to the power 4. Does this equal 1? Well, I to the power 4 can be written as I squared times I squared. And you know from your studies on complex numbers that I squared is the same as minus 1. So this is minus 1 and that's minus 1. So minus 1 times minus 1 is going to give me positive 1. So that one works. And the last one then is minus I to the power 4. Right, and that's going to give me minus I squared times minus I squared. Now minus I squared is minus I times minus I. And that's going to be I squared times, the same for this one, I squared. And I saw before, you study on complex numbers, I to the power 2 or I squared is minus 1. And minus 1 times minus 1 gives me 1. So that proves all these four roots, 2 of them imaginary, 2 of them real, really do work. So that's it then, the 4 solutions to the fourth root of 1, all explained there. I hope you enjoyed the video. I quite enjoyed making it. I love my job, man. I totally love it.